I'm live. Woohoo! Greetings to the Geek Clan. This is Grim Lock Stonehammer with Icewing in the realm of Discord. Ha ha ha. If you get that reference, you're pretty awesome.
Oh,
Apparently, you got a call. Aliens?
no.
Aliens are not calling you?
Nah.
Nah, the aliens don't like you, huh? They don't like messing with
No.
dragons.
They had a problem with me shoving things where they shove things.
Oh.
I probed with my claw.
Oh, ow. 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 That's pretty bad. Okay. So hello, YouTubers. We're back, and we're gonna be starting doing our discussions on films and animation and games and all kinds of stuff on this channel. If we do local stuff, we'll do it on Facebook on other days. So we're gonna be talking about magical schools and hidden societies and stuff like that. Mainly because we watched The Order on Netflix, and also we watched The Magicians that we were behind, but I think we're caught. Are you caught up?
Oh, I'm up to date.
Okay, so you're up to date. Okay, good. So we won't have any spoilers for Icewing because he gets kind of mad. And last time I did that, there were fireballs, and yeah, and we'll probably get some other topics about what kind of magical spells you guys like to use for different types of games. Just the magical chat, I guess. We're just doing it right now. So which one do you want to start with first, The Order or The Magicians? You want to probably The Order first because you were.
I'm gonna let you talk about the order because I don't want. No.
No. You know you're gonna watch season 2, right?
That's if they ever come out with it.
Oh, so you don't think they will, huh? Well, we have been noticed that Netflix have been canceling super series lately, like superhero series lately because of the mouse. We know that, but we don't know if The Order is kind of a messed up ending. I'm just gonna say. So we're gonna say that this kid, he's a college student and he's trying to get into this certain college that has a secret society of magic users. And
But is it really a secret society? He knew all about it before he got in.
Well, okay, so it's missed in like rumors and stuff like that. Basically, like it's one of those things. Like, oh, if for Harry Potter, like if Hogwarts was like actually known to the Muggles, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I hear there's a magical freaking train that takes these students somewhere or whatever, which was one of the problems.
Run into a wall.
Yeah, just run into a wall. See, one of my problems with Harry Potter is they don't really. It's like, oh, once you're in the magical world, you're in the magical world, and once you're in the like Muggle world, you're in the Muggle world, and it kind of like you never see that diversity of what would happen. How does it affect both of the worlds when they interact with each other? And I think that the Order actually shows that a lot because there are deaths in the campus that happen because of the Order, or aka magical things that happen that go wrong, and you see what happens, how it affects muggles or non-magical people that don't know how it goes on. And that's what I like about this more than Harry Potter. Now, don't throw the abracadabra spell at me. I don't want to. Whatever. The whatever cavieva. Shut up, Iceweek. Anyways, so there are many. Let me take this drink of water first before I continue, asshole. All right. I'm done. Okay.
I'm not.
So he is there to find this mage wizard. Well, I don't know what they call it. I forget what they call it in the Order. It's been a while since I watched it. and he's out to destroy them because magic affected his mother, who committed suicide. And this is the whole premise. Um, there are a lot of fucked up shit that happen, and the order kind of has a dark cult look to it. Like they wear masks and robes, and they have skulls on them. And
well, it is a dark cult. It's dark magic.
yeah, I would say so. Yeah. They do some dark shit.
Every spell they use, it requires some sort of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Be it a cut on the finger or somebody getting tackled by, the pizza dude getting tackled.
Yeah, and it basically says you have to like even exchange, kind of like in Full Metal Alchemist. You have to have a full like even exchange with like magic has a price. It's not just natural. And some universes, like in D&D or some of the other like Harry Potter, where it's just if you have it, it naturally flows. There's no consequences to the magic. There's no price to it. But in the order, there's a price to it, which I thought was kind of interesting. Basically, they would cut themselves mostly and have blood to it. So very interesting, very different from Sabrina, which is basically you're a witch and you sign the book of the beast, and then you get these superpowers, but you don't really have a cost except for the beast's bitch, basically.
Your soul.
Yeah, your soul, basically. So totally different levels of unique ways of doing magic. I'm not gonna tell you how the ending is, but I will tell you there are werewolves in this, and they're not stupid. And I do like how they have werewolves in this. It's not your typical, oh, you get bit by a werewolf and you become this mindless, thing. They actually have a storyline behind the werewolves, and the interactions between them and the wizards. But you're not gonna like the ending. Like I said, this is why Icewing is like wicked pissed. There are very strong characters in this. I will say, and there's a lot of interesting working of weaving within the storylines. So, and the reason why they get it is they have to go through a test to find out if they get into it. And it's not like Hogwarts where you put put a hat on and they tell you where you go. No, you better do this or you're out. And these tests are pretty hard and pretty gruesome. I will have to say that, from what I saw. And it's just very interesting how everything gets played out and things happen. So that got me really pumped because after the 10th episode, I wanted more. Icewing did too. Icewing basically flipped the table over it. Can you see a dragon table? Yeah, that's pretty big. Yeah. So then I was like, well, what can I watch now? And I heard things about the Magicians, but I never checked it out. Now, the Magician is totally different from Harry Potter and the Order on the way they perform magic. Harry Potter uses wands. Mostly, if you don't have a wand, you can't do magic in that universe. That is correct, Icewing, I believe.
Sorry, I'm reading a dragon comic.
Oh, yeah. It's not that. Whoa, dude! This is not that type of show. You can't read those comics now. With the egg. Never mind. So, I know that's what you're referencing.
The comic you posted about where I am confused. How come you don't try to kill me?
Oh yeah. Why can't we be friends?
Sorry, always in the friend zone.
Always in the friend zone. Yeah. Okay. Dragons get squirrely apparently. So, magic is cast with hands, and basically they do configurations. Now, if you ever watched ninja assassin, there was a way where when he was cut really bad, he was in the he was like really messed up. And the way he healed himself was doing like these configurations with his hand. Now I think that other shows like Naruto, which I haven't seen, but I think they do like ninja hand movements to do their special powers or whatever. Actually, do
advanced sign language, to be honest.
yeah, basically instead of and they actually speak it too. So basically, you need speech and your motor.
No, you don't need speech.
Oh no, you don't, because there was an episode. Yeah, you're right. But you do need your hands, correct?
Yes.
You do need your hands. This is very messed up with magic. There's a lot of these are college grad students that basically you go in and you take a test to this magical school, and if you don't pass, you get mind wiped, and you don't know that magic actually exists. And you do see the counters of what magicians actually do. They're kind of assholes because they use magic in every other way to beat the system in every way. Some of them were like paying taxes because they had a spell for that. They did all kinds of other stuff. But the cool thing is you just don't stay on Earth. There are other realms and doorways that you deal with, and I like it that because you're dealing with other interesting fascination. So what if Harry Potter had people who did not get trained at Hogwarts or any of the other magical schools, but yet they have power? Could they actually learn how to do magic outside that? Now, in that universe, they say no. This one, they do. They have head witches that actually learn outside the school of magic, and which is a kind of new twist. There's also the some other things that go on, and they have like typical types of magic. Like some are psychic, some do physical magic, some do more natural magic like growing and stuff like that. And they explain this as the new students come in. You start to see a bond between these people, and there's like multiple storylines always going on, which is interesting. Like you never get dull by the show. Um, there are dragons.
Yep.
There are gods. They have gods in this, which is it. Hades and Persephone. Interesting. Persephone. Yes, very interesting. I like how they portrayed them. I like I'm a Hades guy. I like Hades. And I like his wife. I think they're very cool. But it's kind of interesting how they made him like he wasn't like this really rock star or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Also interesting is the flow of magic is tied to one of the realms. And this thing is kind of like Narnia. I would say. Would you say Fillory's like Narnia?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a lot cooler than Narnia, right?
It's more fucked up.
Yeah, it is. And you will see a lot of geek references within the series through sci-fi or fantasy movies in the series. You know, you'll see them all around. And like Narnia is just one of the like in your face, like, okay, this is basically like Narnia, but it's not really. You know, there's a lot of death scenes. There's all kinds of. It's very adult, and there's a lot of issues that they actually like deal with, like real world issues that happen that they deal with, and they have some really strong female characters in this series. I would think. Am I? Am I?
Oh yeah.
And some interesting wimpy guys. There's all kinds of, and the thing is, there's like not one hero in the series. There's not just one person within the series. They're just like multiple different.
It's focused on Quinn.
Yeah, for the most part, but I think the fourth season didn't really focus on Quinn that much.
No, it shifts its focus.
Yeah, it shifts to other characters. Um, there are two singing musicals in this movie. Show that were simply amazing. The second one was the best. And just some of the things that they do is just interesting, and it just sucks you in. Like I watched it and it just sucked me in. I'm like, hey, Icewing, why don't you check it out? It sucked him in. He started watching it. Um, and it's just interesting. How they show how the real world affects the magical world and stuff like that, and it just continues on. Um, they're in the fourth season, I take it, and it's on Sci-Fi. I think they're doing a good job. It's based on some books. What did you think? So I'm gonna have a spoiler. There are dragons. I said that. So what do you think about the dragons, Icewing? Since you're a dragon.
Yeah, they are accurately portrayed.
Yeah, they're not stupid either. Like there are different levels of dragons. Like you'll between like Rain of Fire, which are really animalistic dragons that basically just attack, to Dragonheart, which are intelligent. He was intelligent dragons. So, but these are like more intelligent, magical dragons, and I like how they like say that they're primal, like their primal energies, like they're there from the beginning of time, and that's very interesting because that actually goes to the like the folklore of some of the magical stuff of spirituality that is real. That people believe that dragons are like the primal force, like primal energy. And you'll see a lot of different like dimensions and all kinds of different worlds that come up, and it's always interesting. And the thing that I like it is the characters have flaws. They have major flaws in the show, and you see that, and they don't sugar code anything. It just goes as it is, and it moves constantly like that. So awesome. We're not gonna tell you a lot of things about it, but the magic is very different from, like I said, Harry Potter.
I do like how it is hand gestures and everything like that.
Yeah, with also yeah, because it's different. It's different. There was a book I read. I forget what the book was, but it was basically magic was strings that you could see that you would pull on in different colors and different effects would happen, and that was a different way to do it. Aragon.
That was not a book.
That was
Grim. If you remember, that's how I rolled one of my worlds.
No, it was a book. It was in a book, dude. I swear to God, it wasn't a book. Also,
I thought of it first.
Okay, not gonna argue with the stubborn dragon. No point in that.
Excuse me, stubborn dragon.
Yes.
Does stupid dwarf want to be roast? Stupid dwarf.
Stupid dwarf has Cthulhu, little Cthulhu. He's got his back, right? You got my back? What do you mean no?
No.
Wow, I see how it is. Anyways, so
because he likes to name Chibi Cthulhu, and I come up with cooler things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, because you're Icewing. That's why cooler things. Got it. Yeah. Anyways, so the Aragon series of the Dragon Riders was an interesting concept with magic. Also, they had to say the word in Elven, the true word of the name, and it would actually drain the life force from you and say it out, which was kind of interesting also. So there are very magical different ways to describe magic in all kinds of different universes. Icewing, do you have any favorite type of way to do magic in a universe or game that you would think would be cool?
To be honest, I mean, it's Magic is magic, no matter how it's
portrayed.
Yeah,
that's right. And it's some of it's interesting. Like you go from the craft to the sorcerer apprentice. The craft was actually really good. I actually liked it. Oh my god, we got a thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for watching. The craft was actually very. They were actually using real spells in that show, in that movie. They had to cut certain like things off when they were doing spells. I liked the craft. I thought that was interesting. The way they portray magic. Gandalf doing his thing, though you really don't see a lot of Lord of the Rings magic going on in the movies, which is a shame. Full Metal Alchemist with alchemy, which is a type of magic, I would say. Changing things into signs with more of glyphs than anything else. D&D magic is always comes about because you always have to throw the magic missile into the darkness, correct? Right. Correct. One of the So, are there any spells that you hate in any type of universe that you hate?
Where's the Cheetos?
So okay. So one of the spells I used to hate when I was.
Are there any girls? I wanna do them.
One of the spells. Oh my god! Summoners what? Oh my god! No, why did you cast it on? Why did I make that reference? Oh, because it was magic missile. So let me tell you some D&D stories, old D&D stories about bad magic users. Okay, you never want a psychotic mage to be in your party. Why? Because they'll toss fireball down, and they don't care. Now, fireball does a lot of damage in the area effect. So what this means...
So being in a small room with a mage who gives no fucks, he will cast fireball.
Yes, and it sucks because... everybody thinks that fireball goes like out. No, it's kind of like a nuke that goes off and everybody becomes crispy critter. Oh my god!
I see the reference to my character.
Hey, one thing that D&D elder geeks would know, that there was a period in time everybody played Drow. And we know why mostly everybody played Drow? Because of the magic resistance they had. And they loved the ability to have that magic resistance of a certain percent that they could screw with any type of mage whatsoever and not have any type of effect. Shirks.
Yep.
And they also had like certain magic abilities too. Like whatever. It was just annoying.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of some other great spells that were used. Bands of Solerlin was nice. Chain Lightning was okay, but when you had water on it, it was more effective. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Especially when you had a bunch of knights. So yeah, there were a lot of magical things out there going out, but I like that we're now actually getting like these secret societies that magic is real, which it is, but like in the form of like D&D or any type of gaming where you actually could snap your fingers and see a fireball come up, or you snap your fingers and you teleport. That aspect of it. All it is a form of energy that moves back and forth, which we have more shows and stuff that are going out back and forth. Now, the magicians are magic users, and they call them magicians. When they were talking to the divine, the gods, that made it a whole different aspect of it. That we really don't see that in Harry Potter or any of the other type series that I've seen. This is kind of new that they're adding the gods to it, and it makes it more interesting. Gods are dicks. If we remember Hercules, the Adventures of Hercules, and Xena, gods are dicks. Ares was
true story.
Yeah, because remember they always messed with Hercules. Hera was a very angry goddess, just because Zeus cheated on her all the time, and You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
that's why, Hercules. Come on. I actually did like Hercules. There was a lot of different Greek magic and stuff like that. Um, Cursed items and just enchantments everywhere. That was actually a good magical series to watch. Also, could you think of any old magical shows or who in your opinion, Icewing, is one of the top favorite magic user fictional character that you have in mind? Or should
Uh,
I give you four? Can you name four?
well, no, I'll deal with one.
Okay.
One of my most favorite characters is actually from a book.
Okay. They haven't made it into a
Uh,
series yet, huh?
they did. It's just that series got canceled. Um, and that would be the Sword of Truth series.
Okay. Now, how is this? Is this the typical old man wizard with the beard and like the generic?
That's his grandfather.
Okay.
He does not know he's a wizard, yet he is the most powerful wizard alive because he is what's known as a war wizard, where he has both positive and negative magic,
Oh,
what they refer to as additive and subtractive.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's a magical system I haven't heard of yet.
Um, it's an awesome series to read. It's just depending on too many factors. They, much like every show that you watch, where, like in, for instance, the Magicians, how you think it's messed up from one day to another. Hey, it's Chibi Cthulhu.
Yeah, he's just listening to you, apparently.
So it gets even worse for this guy. His name is Richard.
Oh god, I'm having flashbacks of somebody I know.
Yeah. It is very, very, very saddening for this dude because literally he's solving one problem and another one is already starting. He hasn't had that 30-second, moment of peace. He doesn't get that.
So that sounds like Merlin. Merlin. Everybody thinks that Merlin was a guy who knew everything. Merlin screwed up a lot. I am just saying, he has screwed up a lot. If you look at the Arthurian legends, he is like screwing up everything between like Arthur getting the sword to Lancelot. So much carnage has come from wizards. So it kind of like makes wizards, wizards make mistakes. They have all this power, all this magical power, but they still make mistakes, and that's what makes it interesting. Such as Gandalf or Dumbledore. They both made mistakes.
And let us not forget our last topic, magicians. They even point that out, like Alice, how she stated, life had a lot of problems before. They just got amplified with magic. Hey, yeah. Mr. Mandrake.
Oh God, you called out his name. He just said, he's like, "Oh, you can see me." Yeah. But I think it was Alice using that magic and not like she was blaming all her problems because of magic, not because of how she was dealing with other things. And
yes, but in the ending episodes, when she met her friend, she realized that.
Yeah.
A little too fucking late, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's just like anything. Okay, guys, I know this has been thrown out a lot, but I'm sorry. It's a very powerful saying, and I'm just gonna say it. With great power comes the great responsibility, and that's with magic too. You have to just know what you're doing with it and know that there's always like a balance to what's going on. The
Yep.
energy will shift. You know, other so Doctor Strange is kind of interesting. He uses a lot of hands too magic, except for he doesn't say anything. I don't think. Yeah, he does, and he
Yes, he
has
does.
he has like a lot of magical items and spoof. Doctor Fate is a god. He has a helmet for DC. He does magic too.
He has a helmet.
He has
Lord Helmet.
yes, he's Lord Helmet of the Magical Sons. What the heck is going on? Yeah, kind of like that.
Well, I'm going to let you take over for a few minutes. I'm going out for a karma ritual.
Okay, so while he's doing that, I'm gonna mention something that's not magical. Something he told me to mention when he went to do a karma ritual. Okay. So there are talks for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Yes, they are back. The original people did Bill and Ted, and they're gonna go Wild Stallion or something like that. And I hear that Keanu Reeves and the original actor who will be in it. Now, hopefully the Doctor Who fans will not be going chaos and not be like, oh my god, that looks that time machine that is a phone booth is using. So this should be very interesting. I can't wait to see it. Also, since we're also talking about magical and stuff like that, the new I can't wait to see Hellboy. A lot of magic in that, kind of interesting. I am excited to see the new Hellboy. Now, a lot of people are getting me beef about this and be like, "Oh, it's not like the original. He looks like the comics and the primal essence of Hellboy." Now, there's a lot of different type of magic on there. I saw him riding a freaking dragon with a flame sword. That looks awesome. I think this is going to be a really good movie to check out. And like I said, there's a lot of dark magic in it. But hey, when you have somebody like Cthulhu, Chibi Cthulhu, you can also always have dark magic around because hey, what's up? Whatever. Magic is magic way though you use it. There's just different vibrations. One of the other things I would like to talk about is Fairy Tale. Now, Fairy Tale is also a wizard magical anime, and it is to the extreme. Now, I haven't finished the episodes. I only got whatever was on Netflix, though I need to watch more of it. And let me tell you, they are basically the destructor of their magic. Their magic is like go big or go home. And there's a lot of collateral damage. Now there are mage guilds throughout this universe, and Fairy Tale is one of the mage guilds that these characters go through. And they have one of them has dragon magic. And I can talk about this because Icewing the dragon's not here, and he can't put 2 cents in it because he doesn't know. Very interesting. Another one, they have celestial key magic. You have keys and you unlock celestial beings. That like ice magic also. So very types of different magic. But the thing with Fairy Tale with that guild is it is extremely powerful and they go big or go home. And the amount of destruction and chaos that they go through is interesting. It's your typical anime, and I actually thoroughly enjoy watching the antics. Now I have to watch a little bit more of it to see how it is, but that's kind of how the thing is. I have to get the new episodes and stuff like that. Are there any guys? So, is there any movies or magical shows that you guys want to talk about? You can write something in the comments right now, and we will discuss that too because there's so many awesome magical things of portrayal of different magics. Now, I will have to say, the D&D movie, yes, it was horrible, very horrible. It was so horrible. I wanted to put like D4s into my eyes. It was that bad. But there was one good thing about the Dungeons and Dragons movie that they didn't wait. I liked the portrayal of magic. It was more interesting on the characteristics of how the different spells and the visuals back then were incorporated and how it came out. And that's the one only redeeming thing about that whole movie. Because there are some other magic magicians like Conan the Destroyer, where the magician is constipated when he's casting magic. And then something happens. And yeah. But that was in the 80s and they didn't have a lot of special effects, so it's okay. And there was just a lot of poof and smokes. Skeletor would be another one I like. Yes, he's an evil mastermind, but his staff of power is very cool. And hey, he's an evil guy who tells people what to do with the magical staff. That's a ram's head. You can't get more evil than that. The new Sabrina I actually like very much. Very dark type of magic. The school is very interesting. Also, nobody knows about it, and it's in a small town. What's going on? Nobody knows. So
including me.
Yes, you don't know. When I was talking about Fairy Tale, I mentioned Conan the Destroyer with the constipated magician trying to cast magic, and I was talking about Sabrina, and we can't wait for Sabrina, right? Speaking of
we cannot wait.
Magical schools, right? The school's wicked evil. Yeah.
It's only got Satan.
Yeah, it's always saying no big deal, guys. It's only an evil goat that teaches you, in this dark school.
It's an evil Brady.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Well, some sports fans consider him evil. I'm just saying.
Oh,
and how did you slip a sports comment in my geek realm? I'm just wondering how the frick that happened.
I can do that.
Oh, okay. Okay. We should play some cribbage. So, any thoughts about Sabrina, since we're talking about magical schools? What do you think about the new season? Did you see the preview?
Might have.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts towards it? It's coming up.
No, because I don't remember.
Of course not. I think she's going to be a lot more evil.
I told you I have craft.
Yeah,
I was talking about the show.
No, I thought you were talking about the video game, Minecraft.
No.
I thought you were talking about Minecraft, like you build stuff.
I have Minecraft. It's not that Minecraft though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I was talking about just magical guys that were popping into my head, and I mentioned Skeletor, Big Trouble in Little Chinatown, that sorcerer guy from the 80s. There's always Merlin, which was weird. 80s movies were good, but their portrayal of magic, yeah. It was smoke and weird stuff. I'm just saying. Wow. And we grew up through that, so we survived that. Now we get to see actual man. So I was also talking about Dungeons and Dragons, that horrible movie, but I said the only one redeeming quality about that movie was the picture of magic. You like when they did the Bands of Sorrelin and they did the other things, and we were all geeking up on. It was a horrible storyline. Don't get me wrong, a horrible storyline. Like one of the worst geek movies out there, but it was pretty cool to see the Beholder. I will say that, but I don't know. Is there any other honorable mentions that you would like to give to the stream, sir? I said Fairy Tale, which is a good magical anime. Full Metal Jacket. I mean, Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Alchemist.
Shooting, this is for fun.
Yes, because that is so magical, right? Yes. What is this? My Full Metal Jacket. No.
7.62 millimeter. What?
So, also, if you actually want to deal with magical beings, Sedley Deadly Sins is another good show to check out. Because you get to deal pre-Arthurian stuff with giants, fairies, humans, and demons.
One thing I did want to talk about is coming next year, early in 1 year, Vampire the Masquerade 2.
Uh-oh. He's getting into
video game.
Oh, he's getting into the darker things. Oh, and what do you think?
I think it's too far away. It needs to be sooner.
Oh, yeah, just like Sabrina, which is only like a month away almost.
Yeah. But this is a year away.
Oh, yeah, that's farther. I had something in my head and it just went away. I was going to say something. What was I going to say?
I don't know, but I'm going to mute myself because my yapping little guard dogs.
Oh, yeah, Cerberus? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have 2 of them.
All right. So there are so many different magical things out there and geek culture, gaming, or whatever. So go out there and check them out. And like I said, if you guys have any other magical things that you guys want to talk about, secret societies or whatever, make a comment. But I will suggest to check out The Magicians and The Order on Netflix. The Magicians is still current. Just awesome stuff. Good material, and it's dark, but not like dark as Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Sign your name in the book of the beast. See what happens to you. The beast owns you, kind of deal. But there is kind of some owning. So, I think that's pretty much it. Unless Icewing has anything else to pop in. I'll check the Discord if he wants to write anything else in to the streamer chat. I'll ask right now and see what goes on. Yeah, I know, it's spring. Speaking of magical beings, ever seen a mandrake before? Weird. Alright, I guess Icewing doesn't have anything to say. Wow, what a thought. A dragon has nothing else to say. That's good for me. So, to the Geek Clan, I salute you guys. Now, if you like this stream, we will be talking about other geeky, awesome, magical, sci-fi, roll the dice type things. Every Wednesday between 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you guys can watch us talk about all the shenanigans and all the things. What will we be talking about next Wednesday? Well, we were going to have a guest of Beth Toybox, who does crocheting of geek things, and I just wanted to do an interview with her. So we're going to talk about her little creativity and her magical things that she makes, right? Chibi Cthulhu? Don't give me the look. Stop giving me the evil look. Give them the evil look. Great. Now you just scared Mr. Mandrake. Nice job. This is what I have to deal with. So thank you for watching me. Subscribe to our channel. Like our channel. Hit the bell on our channel. Leave comments below. We are still working and evolving this channel. It will get better and better, guys. Thank you for all the support and all the awesome stuff like that. If you have anything to suggest, you can talk to us and send us a message on Facebook or leave a comment below, and we will talk to you guys back and we will mention you in the videos. of whatever you guys send comments to. Okay, until then, this is Grimlock Stonehammer signing out, and this is Icewing signing out. Yeah, okay, Icewing, you sound a little different. Yeah, of course I do. Anyways, weird. Dragon Jacket sounds really strange right now. Until then, guys, thank you for joining us. It's always cool. It's always a pleasure, and we will have more stuff to talk to you about. And maybe I think I might be doing a stream about talking about PAX East because we have people who are going this weekend, and I will interview those people talking about the con and how it was and what the highlights were. All right, so until then, guys, enjoy your night. Thank you as always. This is Grimlock Stonehammer signing out. And obviously, Icewing says adieu, goodbye, too. So until then, guys, talk to you later. Bye.